All right, Kyle, what are we doing today?
We're going to take the shock.
Well, come on, people are going to get bored and fall asleep. What are we doing?
We're going to take the string off and
With shock.
And we're going to take the rod.
This is called a tie rod.
And we're going to take these bolts off. Take this off, and then we're going to clean the inside. So we're going to put the axle in, and then we're going to order the boot.
Yep.
The boot.
All right, so just in case you didn't hear what he was saying, here, I'll pick it up. We're going to split the shock and the strut all together, pull the suspension and the spring and all that off. We got to remove the tie rod, and we're going to clean this out. We're going to remove this and clean out the knuckle, the axle joint here. Because if you can see, it's full of sand. When we got this from the guy, it was sitting in his yard, probably sand deep up to here. We had to pull it out of the dirt and put it in the truck. So it was pretty messed up at that point. Ball joint, probably needs a set of ball joints, but we're not worried about those at the moment. We want to get it on the ground and get it rolling and get it running. There's going to be a lot of extra maintenance later. So here's the two halves. And, we can't even move it with our finger right now. We just hope that it's good when we tear it apart. So we're going to get out of here. We're going to lay it up on the bench, and then we'll start from there. Thanks. All right, Kyle, let's get this, take this car key out of here. Alright, pull it out of the top. Best way to pull it out of the top is when one's bent like this. You just take the pliers, squeeze it, and then take the pliers and pull across this. This will give you leverage to get it out. And sometimes you can bend it back like this and use this round part of the pliers. If it breaks, it breaks. It's alright, because you can just, now it's go out the other way with the other half. Boom. Now we take that nut off. What size is it?
18.
17?
Alright, 17.
Go ahead and see if you get it off. Try to use power tools. I'm going to go that way. Always use the box gun when you're trying to break it loose. Go. All right, this is a cheater. This is where you get a lot of people, hey, you can't use tools like that. But it works. Well, that wasn't supposed to happen. Alright, let's put the nut back on there so we don't lose that.
Is the whole thing supposed to come out?
Yeah, the whole ball is supposed to come out. We have to press it out later. But that's alright. This is out of our way now. Alright, what's next?
These bolts.
What do those bolts do?
Hold this tight on.
Well, what's it do if you loosen them up?
Just need to pop right out.
Yep. So this will allow the strut, the shock, to come out of the strut assembly. This is a strut assembly. There you go. Go for it. Yep. Now this might have a little, here, put it on the nut. Keep it together so you don't lose it. Actually, you probably leave it in the strut. So now the pressure's off. Alright, when you take this out, this has probably got some load pressure on it that this is going to push out because of the spring. So, gotta be careful, which I don't think it has that much pressure on it. Alright, that's good. See it pop out?
Mm-hmm.
So you can just leave this together, leave that bolt and nut on there. Now you just take this, pull it out.
Now we flip it upside down.
Yep, flip it over.
Now we're gonna do that.
Yep.
Oh. Looks like that's for the dirt.
Blow it, blow it. Make sure it's in there before you pull the trigger. If not, you'll strip it. Alright, go for it.
Let's take it off.
Yep, we gotta just pry this cover off. Alright, we're back. We just figured out you just gotta keep prying on it and smack it with a hammer. And it pops right out. So, see that? There you go. Oh, Kyle, look how clean that is. It's kind of tight. I don't think that's tighter than, might be a little rusty bearing on the backside. That's how clean it is on this side. So, get the,
Take it apart or we just leave it?
nope, we got to take it apart. We got to get this piece, the axle stubbed out to clean it. So we're going to take these off.
You gotta be careful.
Be careful. You're always careful. There we go. Boom.
Let's do things now.
We got that big socket right here. Yeah, we had it. Let's see if this will take it off. Oh yeah. Yeah, pull it all out. I think that's part of the bearing.
Yeah.
So there's one hub assembly. Oh no! Oh, we're making a mess on the table again. But anyway, I just set this out. This right here is what makes it four-wheel drive.
So this is a four-wheel drive one?
Yeah. This right here puts electric current through it right there and causes this to lock in the hub and make it four-wheel drive. Alright. So now, if you can see here, YouTube, we're going to pop this ring off, find the edges, pull the old boot off, and that's what we're trying to get out of there. All of that, which this cup and axle cup might be bad, so we don't know if we can even use it. But we're going to try our best to save it because we're trying to do this on a budget.
You can get a new axle cup?
Well, yeah, you can order all new axles off of eBay, off the internet. Or you can rebuild them if they're rebuilt. Hold that part. That's off. And there's the old axle boot. Now, let's see if we can get it to move. That's stuck.
You can see, is there a ball supposed to be right there?
Yeah, it's in there. See it?
Yeah. Looks like all them are like.
They're in there. They're just rusted from all the grease and the dirt. So.
Probably not rebuildable. Probably not rebuildable.
Rebuildable? I think it is. If we can get it to move, get all the junk cleaned out of it, I think even though it's rusted, I think we can rebuild it. We might be able to, if we can get it, some of these you can take apart. Like these will come out. Like you can take it all the way apart.
Can you water it?
Water it. Wash it?
No.
You probably can. That's all we need to build us a parts washer. Now we could set it in gas overnight and see what happens. Alright, YouTube. That's what we're going to do. We're going to set this in gas overnight and see if we can get it freed up and move. And then I'm going to play around on the internet and see if these will actually come out. So, if we can get these ball joints out and clean them up and polish and put them back in, then that might be the way we go. But definitely need to get it cleaned out. So we're going to soak it in gas and see if it'll get most of the grease and all that stuff broke down to where we can get it loose. Alright, see how we got a mess here? Hopefully you can see that on the video. The light, here, come this way, flip your camera. So we're going to put it in here, put it in gas, and let it soak. Hopefully that's enough gas. You can see the gas is already changing color from it. So hopefully that'll loosen it up enough that we can open it up, clean it out, and see what we can do with it tomorrow. Well, there you go, YouTube. You can see we tore it apart, and we got it sitting in gas. We're going to let it cook overnight, see what it does, see if it'll help us get all that knuckle tore loose so we can work it around and re-grease it. And hopefully take it apart. I don't know if you can pull out the cage and the balls out of there. If we can, we'll pull them all out, polish them all back up, and put them back in. If not, being a four-wheel drive, being that we're going to grease it and try to maybe enjoy this rest of the summer or whatever you want to call it and into the winter with it, we might just drive it like it is, this full pallet full of grease, and then order axles, all new axles for it when we go to rebuild it later on. So we don't know yet. Like I said, we're trying to build this one on a budget just so we can go out and play around with our friends. So Kyle, what'd you do today? What'd you learn? Well, come on. We're all getting high and sniffing this gas. What'd you learn?
That if you put in gas, that it'll eat the grease away.
Well, yeah, but what else did you learn? On the teardown, taking it apart.
I learned about the parts names.
Yeah. What were they?
One was,
What is it all together? When it's all together, what do you call it?
shock.
Yeah. You can either call it a shock strut or the strut assembly. The strut assembly requires, for a strut assembly, it's got the shock in it, it's got the spring, and it's got the ability to hold your ball joint, your lower A-arms on this, you know, the strut assembly, shock strut assembly. So we took the shock and the spring off the lower part of the strut. We pulled the knuckle out of the front half of the bottom of the strut, and we got to see the lock for the front diff, right? The four-wheel drive lock, electric magnet lock. So what we're going to try to do from YouTube is we're trying to keep the video short. So this one's, I think it only took us about 20 minutes to tear everything apart, I think, and wasn't really watching the clock. But we're going to try to keep the videos around 10 minutes because, you know, we're not real popular. We know people don't want to watch a 30-minute video. And the fact that we messed up the last video so bad that we want to keep them short so we can learn how to edit it and make it a nicer video. So when we do make longer videos, we've got a quicker process in our head on to make smaller videos or nicer videos. So we're going to get out of here and get cleaned up and see if we can't get this video out there for you today. Later on. Thanks.